We're going to jump right into this video. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today until one of my followers um, said something to me. And tell me, y'all, if this video ever, is it fuzzy or I get blocked out because the weather is bad. And when the weather bad in this area, my videos be fuzzy. I hate that. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to do my videos. But please let me know. I'm gonna be reading your comments if I can see it. And let me know what y'all see. Okay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Watch 5 videos a day. Push all notifications. And make sure you push like that thumbs up while you're watching me. You gotta push that thumbs up if y'all want me to keep on bringing y'all some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about today about I don't really like bringing religion up because everybody have a different belief, but it's one God. But I have to talk about this because I made the video last night, right, about Jarvis Butts and why his family loves him. Well, it always got to be somebody to try to challenge God. I had people inbox me saying, Nina, you better be very careful. God had nothing to do with this. How dare you pretty much give this man some grace? First of all, I ain't giving the man nothing. Let's be clear. I'm not giving him nothing because I'm not his God. Okay? So when y'all be saying crazy mess like that, it's like, do y'all ever read the Bible? Do you ever pray? Do you know the power of the Lord? Do y'all know? I just don't understand. I'm like, is these people crazy? Y'all get mad at people like me for telling the truth. And see, that's what's wrong with the world. Y'all hate the truth. Y'all want to live in this false narrative that everything's supposed to go your way. If everything went our way, we wouldn't have that man in the White House right now. Who put him there? You know, that's what I'm saying. Who put him there? Besides the crazy folks that voted for him. So let's be clear. God is in control of everything. I don't know what y'all don't know about the man, but he's in control of good and bad, light and dark, life and death. He controls all things. The devil has no power. But let me tell you why the devil has capabilities of being the devil. Since y'all do not know who he is. Have y'all ever heard of the book of Job? See, a lot of y'all don't know the word. Y'all just be chapping y'all mouth, thinking everything is about the streets, thinking everything about I'm knucking your buck. No, this ain't about you, baby. This is about real life. This is about knowing the word. This is about reading, studying, showing yourself approved. I don't care what y'all feel about Jarvis Bucks, Diddy, R. Kelly. Your thoughts don't matter. You might think you had something to do with R. Kelly being in jail. You might think you had something with Diddy being in jail. That's all God's work. We don't have no authority over people. Y'all just really wasting energy doing this all day long. The internet gangsters, even content creators, we actually wasting our time. That's why I only give the news. I don't tell y'all where nobody going. And then I tell y'all some truth and y'all get mad and y'all think I'm taking up for these demons and when I'm not. But I know what the Lord said. And he pretty much said, these are mine. These my kids. These my babies. You ain't got no authority over them, Nina. Yes, I'm the reason why Diddy only got 2 years and everybody was mad. And what y'all gonna do about it? I'm the reason R. Kelly's sitting there with 35 years and he has less stuff on him than y'all president. What y'all gonna do about it? We got more evidence on the president than we do R. Kelly. What y'all gonna do about it? God is in control. Why he does what he do, I don't know. But we can't question his authority. Could you question your mama authority? Just think about your mama, please, and your daddy. When they say you was on punishment, could you question them why? You can say, I didn't do nothing. They didn't want to hear. Once they spoke, it was a done data. Why y'all think God is any different? God has spoken in this case. He has spoken. So all that wasted energy y'all doing, he don't need our funeral. And how dare his family love him? Y'all sound stupid. And you wasting your time. Because when God has spoken, you ain't got no authority over nothing. You don't even own your own body. Because if you did, you wouldn't die. You don't own your kids, your car. All this is temporary. Y'all be worried about the wrong thing. I wish I would get Jarvis Bucks. Any of my energy. The devil don't get no energy over here. Do y'all realize y'all be giving energy to the devil? So when I act like I don't care, or when I show I don't care, y'all take it as Nina siding with them. No, I just know how God is, and I'm too busy worried about my salvation. His is done. He's done. I can't get that man to heaven or hell. No matter how bad I dislike what he did, I can't send him to hell, and neither can you. No matter how much you dislike your baby daddy, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, you can't send them no. That's all you can do is just get, that's all you control is your space. Everything else is on God. How many times y'all done worked at jobs, because I have, and been let go knowing you was innocent. Karen did something to get you fired. And you like, God, how does this happen? Because he knew if you stayed around Karen one more week, you would have went postal. So he had to get you away from Karen. Can y'all still hear me? Please let me know when you can't hear me. Can y'all still hear me? Even though he has other plans and we don't understand his plans. That's why when stuff happened to me, I just be quiet now. I used to get upset, but I get quiet now because I'm like, okay, God got something else for me. Thank you, Lord, for shutting that door. Thank you for getting me out of that house. Thank you for closing that relationship. Because it got to be something more. It's evidently I'm doing something wrong because it's things that happen to me that, it's things that has happened to me that I was doing everything right. Like my rent in my house. I was doing everything right. And look what happened. So I'm like, okay, I lost everything again. All I got is these few bags of clothes. Okay, Lord, what we doing? I ain't got so comfortable with trusting God that things don't move me and people life don't move me, and I'm not gonna argue with y'all about where somebody going and why somebody taking up for somebody, because y'all don't have no authority over humans. Y'all don't have authority over yourself. Y'all be really sounding ignorant to me. For real, and I'm not trying to be, and if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm talking to the ones that want to argue about where Jarvis Butts is going. Y'all don't even know where you going. How the hell you know where he going? Do you even really know if it's a hell? We just read about it, right? We never been there. Do you know what heaven look like? No, we just know the stories. Y'all be arguing about somewhere we never been. We never experienced. Calm the hell down. Live in the moment. All we got is this moment. I want everybody for a few minutes. Let's do a little lesson real quick on Unbreakable Strong Woman channel. I want everybody to, for a minute, close their eyes and just listen. What you hear? I hear rain. Just now breathe in. Exhale. Guess what? All you got is that moment. That's all you got is the moment. Time don't even exist. Time is man-made. All we got is this very second. And all you can control is this very second that God has granted you. Why would you take any of your air in your lungs and argue about a demon? Have you thought about that? Do you know how many positive things you could be talking about? Helping some of these bad children. And I ain't trying to say bad. Disobedient kids. You could be helping somebody homeless. You can be coming up with a plan. You can figure some stuff out. Clean your house. You go take that time and give it to Jarvis. And he can't hear you because he got deaf ears. He's gone. You can't even hurt him no more. All the stuff y'all want done to the man is nothing else you can do to him. He's dead, unalived. He's gone. His chapter is closed. So if he do have a funeral, he ain't gonna know it. Y'all act like that's a privilege. His family gonna give him a funeral. Is that a privilege? I mean, dang. Yeah, he gotta show up because it's about him. I mean, his family needs some closure. That's why I said, get out your own way. This ain't even about him no more. His chapter is gone. Now it's about his kids, his cousins, his auntie, his sister. It's about them. And guess what? They never touched a kid that we know of. They never touched a kid. So why we mad at them? Love don't mean approval. That's what my video was about yesterday, remember? Love don't mean I accept what you did. Love is love. And love don't just turn off like a water faucet. How many of you been in love with a no good, nothing, such and such? And even though they did the lowest of the low to you, you still cried for months because you still loved them. Because you cut it off. Some of y'all went on the love diet, lost 50 to 60 pounds, couldn't even eat. Could you stop doing that? Love don't work that way. That's why I want y'all to think about when you was in love. Could you turn it off? No. So what make you think his family can stop loving him? For real. Am I taking up for him? No, I'm taking up for his family right now. Because they don't deserve what the world is giving to them because they didn't do nothing. I would be pissed if people blame me for what my son did when I know I never done nothing. When I did the best I could. I watched my mom and dad raise a prodigal son who stayed in and out the penitentiary all his life, and all they did is work and go to church and raise their family. My father never seen a penitentiary. Neither did my mother seen jail cell because she was full of touch. My father never. So I would be pissed if somebody would have blamed him for his son failing. When I watched him break his back to raise us. I would be pissed. And what makes me mad is y'all so evil and wicked and always talking about God. Y'all can give somebody a heart attack. Could you imagine how embarrassed his sister is that raised him? She did a whole witness testimony, whatever you call him. She checked him in front of the family. She checked him. What else could she do? I mean, did y'all want her to get the gavel or whatever you call it and just beat the heck out of her brother? What else could she do but check him and tell the family, I don't approve of this? What happened? I raised you. You embarrassed the hell out of me. What went wrong? Why you didn't talk to me? Something ain't right with you. But the least you can do is give this family some peace and tell them where that little girl at. She asked him to do it. He sat there with his head down like a little boy. But see, if it was my brother, I'm like, lift your damn head up and look me in my eyes. When mama and daddy wasn't around, I had to raise you. I had to give up my life to make sure your life was okay. And this what you do to me? I would have checked him so good. You don't get to look down. You just embarrassed the hell out of me and wasted my life. Now, your life is going to be taken. But I want everybody in here to know he wasn't raised this way. That's what I would have said. I would have went off on him. Oh, I would have made him feel the wrath. He would have been there crying like a baby when I got done talking to him. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want these people to think that this is what my family do. But we always got somebody in our family that do dumb shit. Stop lying. Y'all got a Jarvis in y'all family. He just ain't been caught. And it might be your ass. I got some cousins that be saying and doing shit they shouldn't say and do. And you got to stop them in their track. Like, what you say? Yeah, for real. Story real quick, and then I'm going to tell y'all about Job because y'all don't know about Job. I have a cousin, y'all. that he had a fetish for me when I was a kid. And I used to just look at him as my big cousin. I love my big cousin. He used to spoil me, you know, and he made sure when he got his check, he'd take me and my friends to the mall. He always spent time with me. He always, and my mother used to watch him because my mother knew stuff about the family I didn't know. This is my daddy's side. So she always would question me when I came back with him, and she would always make me go with a friend or a relative. So one day we came home from the mall, y'all. I'm about 13. Me and my mother, I was a mama's baby. We was on the let-out couch in the living room. We was watching movies. She didn't pop some popcorn. We chilling. I'm telling her what he bought me at the mall. And he calls me on the phone. So she said, who is that? I said, this is cousin such and such. I ain't gonna say his name. So I'm talking, and my mother heard me saying, what is that? What's that noise? Can you hear me? So my mother's, she looked and she said, what you mean, what is that? What is he doing? I'm not thinking that, I'm a kid, 12 or 13. She snatched the phone. She's listening. Guess what he was doing? Y'all know what he was doing. All I can hear is to a kid. He a grown man. My mother lost her mind. She lost her mind. She said, MF, I know dang on well you ain't doing what I think you doing. Huh? What you say, Aunt Frankie? She went up there and got my daddy. She said, I'm about to kill your nephew. She said, give him my pistol. She used to go over their house. My father like, what's going on? She said, your nephew just did such and such and such. My father had, for real, my father instantly started praying because he was ready to kill him. He said, don't tell me that. Do you know he stayed away from us for about a year? He stayed away from us about a year, and when he came around, he tried to apologize, and I'm sorry, ooh. We got family members like Jarvis. Put it that way. Do you understand me? And you got family members like Jarvis. It might have been your grandpa. Incest is in the Bible. People like little kids. It's people in other countries, they marry little girls. 10, 11, 12 years old. The slave masters used to take 8-year-old innocents right in front of their daddy. So this ain't nothing new. Why you think your president got all these allegations with kids and your president trying to make the law, what you call it? Not approval. It's a word for it. Consent. He making the age of consent to 13. Y'all president. Him. Mister. He making the age of consent 13. It was 16 here in Michigan. I don't know what it was in your city. You know why? Because most of his allegations was with 12 and 13-year-old. And his mind, his elevator don't go all the way up. So in his mind, he feel like if I can change the law to the age of consent to be 13, so when my shit come out, I didn't do nothing wrong. Two things you forgot, Mr. President. That only exists after you make the law. It don't exist back then. And second, you forgot the word consent. These girls didn't consent. But in his elevator that goes to the 3rd and 1/2 floor, he think he's covered. But this the one that's running our country. This one was just on the TV. I don't know if y'all seen him with the soldier sword dancing. And they was playing YMCA and he dancing all on TV. I had to cut it off. I said, I know damn well this is not who our commander-in-chief is. This the leader. And he probably just boo-booed on himself. Even the vice president laughing. Even his wife was. I said, we got a bunch of 3rd and 1/2 floor students running this country. And a bunch of 3rd and 1/2 floor students following them. And nobody's saying nothing. We're doomed. But God, Go back to God. He don't make mistakes. Because I know y'all saying, well, what about your God, Nina? He know what he doing. This is his way to expose the Epstein file. Listen to this. Sometimes the Lord got to go through drastic measures. We wouldn't have knew any of this if he wouldn't have became the president again. So now all this stuff is coming out. It didn't come out his first term. So he had to do it again, like y'all paying attention. And it's starting to look like Epstein is not gone. And it's starting to look like Gabrielle, whatever her name is not the one that's in that jail cell. Oh, yeah. And for all the people that say he's not a racist with an R, all he do is do stuff for black folks. No, he do stuff for money. Let's get that straight. He do anything for attention, clout, and money. And if he wasn't a racist, did y'all forget about the Central Park 5? Huh? He wanted to find black men to go to jail for something they didn't do after he found out they didn't do it. He took an ad out in the paper and still wanted them to go to prison. If that's not a racist, what is it? But I digress. Let's go into the book of Job. Because I want to talk about what this person said to me. First, I'm going to read something real quick, y'all. I'm going to read Isaiah 45:7. The Lord is speaking. Or is this, somebody tell me, who know the word? Is this God speaking of the Lord? I think it's God, right? Somebody check me. I'm learning too. Isaiah 45:7. God states, I form, yeah, it's God. It's God. Because he formed everything. I form light and I create darkness. I make well-being and I create calamities. I am the Lord who does all things. This is Isaiah. For the person that told me, Nina, you better be careful because God didn't have nothing to do with this. The Lord didn't have nothing to do with this. Isaiah 47:7. I form light and I create darkness. I make well-being and I create calamities. I am the great I am. I am the Lord who does all things. All is Jesus. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Proverbs 16:4. God uses even the actions of the wicked, Jarvis, Trump, for his ordained purpose. He used their actions for his purpose to teach us something. You better grab it. But no, a lot of you blind folks think y'all know what you know and everything about you and everything about the streets. No, everything about what I just read. His word won't come back void. Let's continue. 1 Peter 1:6-7 explain that trials through grievance is necessary to test your genuine faith. Can I say that again? 1 Peter says, he explains that our trials that we go through, our trials, is a test of our faith. Did y'all not know that? The stuff we go through, little kids dying, is a test of our faith because he want to know if we going to waver. He want to know if we going to give up on him. I know sometimes it's so harsh. We're like, I have no understanding. I remember, y'all, when I was a little girl, I was about 10. And my mother had a friend who lost, I think, 8 of her grandkids in one night in a house fire. I knew these kids. I remember going to their funeral, and they all was lined up. The auntie supposed to have been babysitting. She went to the club, and one of the kids was playing with some matches, and they burnt the house down. And I watched my mother friend go casket to casket to casket, kissing her grandkids. And my mother was having a fit, and she said, Lord, I don't understand, but I trust you. And I'm looking at her and her friend saying the same thing. Father God, they was praising God. They had the Holy Ghost. I'm like, do they know these kids is gone? I didn't have no understanding. I'm like, how they keep talking to God and the kids gone? Through all of that, that woman still praised God. And from that moment, I started saying, God is real then. God, he in control. I was a little girl. I remember that. And I was so scared. And I was asking my mommy, am I going to die? And she was like, no, baby. She was trying to explain to me. She said, they didn't do nothing wrong. So I used to think, if I'm going to do something bad, if I do something bad, that's going to happen to me. She said, no, God don't make mistakes. She said, sometimes he loved his little kids so much, he want them back. Sometimes their parents or their grandparents could have did something, and he wants them back. He know things we don't know. But she said, one thing you can't ever, ever, ever do, Nina, is question his work. You just got to understand it. When my father fell and broke his neck and he couldn't move nothing but his eyes, this good, hard-working, God-fearing man who fought in World War II, was in the jungle for 18 months fighting a war he had nothing to do with and came out without a scratch. How do you fall? He said this on his deathbed. He said, how do I come home at 82 years old and fall and break my spine and I can't move? And I went through the war. He said, but you know what? God don't make mistakes. He still accepted it. I couldn't accept it. I was going crazy. Like, why am I that? I'm going crazy. And the doctor didn't know why. He said, I look at this 82-year-old man. He is so healthy. The only thing wrong with this old man is a broken neck. Because my father used to walk miles in the morning before work. How could this happen to my father? We already know we didn't come here to stay. We already know. And sometimes you can rush your time, Jarvis. Sometimes you can do a detour in your life and self-destruct. This is where free will come in at. He give you free will. If you choose to touch a kid and unalive yourself in a jail cell, that's your free will. He ain't gonna stop you. And it also say a disobedient child days will be shortened. He is a man that he shall not lie. And I know Laziah Harris was groomed. I know she was groomed. She was a kid. However, I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. She has done stuff I didn't like. But guess what? I hold her up against the wall on accountability. You know better. You knew not to do that. You knew not to go there. You was raised correctly. You got to take accountability for what you do. This is your life. You 13. You understand good and bad, right and wrong. I'm not hearing that. Laziah did the unthinkable with a grown man. But before that act happened, she knew it was wrong. She knew it was wrong. Now, I ain't saying somebody that haven't touched her in the past, because they probably did 9 times out of 10. And it might have been just a little boy her age, because these kids out here having ex. I want y'all to know that. If y'all think y'all kids innocent, oh no. And guess what? It's high school students after your 12-year-old. They out here breaking these little girls' virginities. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So now they feeling themselves. What y'all mama used to say when we was, what grandma used to say? Oh, you smelling yourself? They smelling themselves. They ain't listening to grandmama, auntie, mama. They arguing with everybody. You can't tell me nothing. And then the law protecting them where you can't knock their damn head off. So if you put your hands on them, they run it away and they want to go call the police. These little girls fast as hell. I hope y'all know that. See, I'm a realist. I am not going to sugarcoat shit. Because I got a 13-year-old granddaughter. I look at her and I know she know better. And if somebody touch you, and if somebody doing something to you that they not supposed to, you know how to tell. You know how to come to me. And you know I'm going to the penitentiary. Matter of fact, don't tell me. You better call the police. You better call your mama first. Let me calm down. Because I ain't having it. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. You knew better. You did what, Negro? The thought of this grown-ass 40-something-year-old man, I think he was 41, on top of this kid, you dirty. But hey, that's not my job. Whew, not my job. And if we all took stuff in our own hands, we all would be in jail, y'all. And we'd be headed to the same hell he headed to that we know of. We can't go there, okay? We gotta calm down, woosah. For real. Because these people will make you lose your mind up in here. When I was in high school, do y'all know dudes my sister age, 8 and 9 and 10 years older than us, used to come up to the high school every first day of school scouting the freshmen, and they used to call them fresh meat. Grown ass men. It got so bad once I think I was a junior. I was schooling these little freshman girls. I said, listen, they coming. And y'all fresh meat, don't talk to them. Why one of the cute little freshmen end up dating one of these old ass dudes and have 3 kids by him? Well, yeah. Now when he see me, he turn his head and stuff, and I'm like, you little pervert. Just messing with that damn 9th grader. Your ass 8 years older than me. And you was messing with a 9th grader. I was a junior. I'm 2 years older than her, and you 8 years older than me. I mean, what? You 10 years older than this little girl. So she was like 15, you 25, 26. And you was okay with that, brother. Now they got grown kids and grandkids. Not only that, he got other young girls that got kids too. This shit been going on, y'all. Been going on. And I don't understand the parents, because I'm like, how your little girl having babies by a grown man? Ain't nobody saying that. Couldn't have been my mama. I promise you, couldn't have been my mother. Y'all would still be able to Google my mama right now. They were like, man, this old lady from Grand Rapids, she went through the city like Rambo. Y'all would still be able to Google her. Do you understand me? But let's talk about Job real quick. Job was a wealthy, righteous man who lost everything. Just like Nina, just lost everything. He lost his 10 children. Let me stop saying that because I didn't lose everything. Because when I think about Job, Lord forgive me, it's power of the tongue. I gotta be careful what I say. He lost his 10 children. He lost his wealth. He lost his health. And he even broke out in a disease, like a rash. And his wife, she didn't believe in God like him. And she said, Job, just lay down and die. She looking at Job like, you losing everything. Just die, Job. Maybe I can get some insurance money because I can't take it no more. And Job was like, no, I will never, ever waver. Never waver. It say to silence the accuser, to prove Job loved God for who he is and not just for the gifts. Job went through what he went through because he had to prove to God he loved him for who he was and not for the things he was giving him. How many of y'all lose something and y'all don't love God no more? You stop going to church. You don't want to read no more. Your mama died. I don't believe in God no more. That was the test of Job. Y'all better read that word. He went through that test because God wanted to know, do you love me? That's like you being in a relationship and somebody stop giving you gifts and say, I wonder if you go stay if I stop doing that. Would you stay if I don't have this job? Would you stay if I get sick, for better or worse? Sickness and health. Would you stay? That's what the Lord did to Job. If I cut you off right now, would you stay? Nina, if I infest your house that you put everything in that took you 3 years to get, would you still trust me? Would you have to throw away everything in your house and walk away with about 6 bags of clothes? Would you still trust me? Yes, I trust you, Lord. See, that's where my faith come in at, because I know him. It's nothing that God has taken from me that he didn't restore. Besides people. Nothing. And when he took them, he made me strong enough to cope. He's a man, he shall not lie. He said, I won't give you more than you can bear. And I had to tell that to my mother, y'all, when my sister died. You know, my big sister was 16 years younger than my mother. She had her as a teenager. Her best friend. She grew up with her daughter. And she was like, Lord, why? My baby. My best friend, why? I said, Mama, because he knew she could not bear burying you. She looking at me like, girl, shut up. I said, Mama, he knew she couldn't take it. Because my mother died a year later. So he took her first. He don't put more on you than you can bear. He knew my daddy couldn't bury my mother. So he took him first. And I'm trying to tell my mother that she couldn't bear the pain, Mama. You stronger than they are. And it made her feel a little bit better. She was like, you've been listening. For real. So he put us through tests to see our faith. That's why it's called a testimony. If you ain't being tested, you don't have a testimony. If everything was sunshines and butterflies like Joel Osteen preaching his church, we wouldn't know God was real. That means we just want him for what he can give us. But what about the rainy days? Like right now it was raining. Yesterday was 80 degrees outside. It was 70. Right now it's about 45, 50. He tests us. Nina, do you still appreciate that tree outside even though it's raining? Do you still appreciate the moment I gave you even though the skies are gray right now? Do you trust me even though your credit messed up? It took you 3 years after your divorce to fix it. Do you trust me that you had to stay with your son and save and rebuild your life to get this house from Mr. Willie just to lose everything again? When you was paying $1,800 a month, do you trust me that the money that you saved when you was staying with your son, Mr. Willie got it? You paid him over $20,000 in 10 months in rent, including utilities, including buying new stuff, including fixing up his yard, including remodeling parts of his house. So now somebody else is going to benefit what you put in. And Chuck E. Cheese. They can have it. Do y'all know I love the Lord so much that Susan, who washed my clothes for me, the one I had on my video, I don't know if y'all seen her, the white woman that know my brother, good friend of the family, she wouldn't let me throw my clothes away because I told my brother to throw everything in the dumpster. We got a U-Haul just to throw stuff away. And Susan said, no, I'm going to wash you and James' clothes. I'm going to fold them, put stuff in the cleaners. I'm going to save some of your stuff. Do you know she just dropped off bags and bags of clothes to my little girl house because I don't want a storage. I didn't even want a storage. I said, I'm not doing the storage no more. I said, next time I move, I'm walking into a place with nothing, and then I'm going to build. I'm not putting nothing in storage. I'm not doing none of that no more because I'm tired of losing. Nope. So she just dropped off a room full of my clothes. Do you know I don't even know what I got over there? I'm asking my daughter, Gina. I said, what'd she bring? She said, Mama, your stuff. I said, I don't even remember half that stuff. I got Jordans and purses and all kinds of, I don't even remember half that stuff. I'm like, oh, she did. She said, yeah, it's over here. I said, well, I'll get it when I get it. Whatever. I thank God she saved it, but I don't even know what it is. So a lot of my stuff, my brother friends took it. They kept saying, "Man, you got a bag full of shoes. You know, I used to sell online. You got some suits. You got." I said, "Take it, take it. You can have it." I was just that disgusted. I said, "Take everything." All my beautiful glasses I collect. My dish set. I had bought some new dishes. I had a bunch of new silverware. I bought a lot of nice things. It's gone. Do y'all think I care? Nope, because nothing like my life. God still bless me. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm sitting here right now, 56 years old, I don't even have a car. You know how many times I had to stop myself from crying because I felt like a loser? I said, Lord, I feel so stupid. I walked away from my marriage. I didn't have to do nothing with him but wake up. Should I have stayed and got mental abused and just to have good things like everybody else and go on trips and relationship goals and fake the funk like a lot of people on here doing? Should I have stayed, Lord? Nah. When I was married, what we had, four or five cars? Now I don't have one. How did my daughter friend take my car, my SUV, and blow my engine? And now she riding around in a brand new vehicle. And I don't have one. I gotta catch Ubers sometimes to my doctor's appointment. I gotta apologize to some dudes that try to talk to me and be like, nah, you don't wanna talk to me right now. I'm messed up. And they be like, I can help you get your stuff together. No. Only God can do that. But I'm right where the Lord want me to be. I'm right where he want me to be. I'm cool not having a man in my face. Because God is a jealous God, y'all. Sometimes he take everything to get your attention. He like, you was giving that such and such too much of your time. You was worshiping that house too much. You was doing this and one tithing. I gotta stop you. No. But I'm like, why me? Why I gotta be the example? He said, didn't you tell me if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me? Didn't you say that? I did. We gotta be careful what we say to God, because he will give you what you ask for. You really got to get a pen and paper when you're talking to God. And you got to be in detail. Okay, I want a husband. I want him to have pretty toenails. I don't want him to look like the Grinch, Lord. I even want his hands pretty. I want him to be soft. You have to, you got to put it down. Because my mother always say, be careful what you pray for. You pray for a husband. You might get a husband, but he might be a drunk. You pray for a car, you might get a hoopty. So I'm praying for my brand new Range Rover off the press. And I think I want a Bentley too. Yeah. Because my God is in a blessing business. So if I think real high, I might fall somewhere up in here. I might get a G-Wagon or something. Yeah, I'm lying. And y'all have to remember this. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just know he can do it. Because I sit here and puzzle myself sometimes like, oh, how I'm going to fix my credit? How I'm going to do this? How I'm gonna... And I have to catch myself like, that is not my job. That's God's job. I don't know how it's going to happen. I just have faith that it's going to happen. I know him too well. I know what I know. I know he can make a way out of no way. I know he can give me the strength to go on. My dad died in July. Still hear me? Please let me know. My mother died in 2009. And I'm still sitting here. I'm talking to y'all. You mean I ain't got no straight jacket on? I ain't got no spoon hang hat on, aluminum foil hat. I ain't talking to a bird in the corner. I used to think I couldn't make it without my parents. I used to tell my mama, Mama, when you die, I'm going with you. She was like, no, you're not. And my son David said that to me. David is so funny with it. He said, Mom, if you ever pass before me, let's just know I'm coming 10 minutes behind you. I said, boy, be quiet. He said, I promise you, Mom, I'm not staying here without you. Yes, you will. God give us the strength to go on. He knew I can bear that. He knew I can bury my parents. He knew it. My sister, my niece, my favorite cousin, he knew it. I ain't want to, but I did it. And they left me in charge. I had to take care of all the arrangements. Yep. But let me go back to Job. God do all this because he wants to demonstrate his power, to show not even Satan can act without God limits or permission. He do all this to show us Satan don't have no power. He a fallen angel. But guess what he do? This is what he did to Job. I don't know if y'all know what he did to Job. Satan had a conversation and said, pretty much, you ain't that powerful. You're not that powerful. I bet I can make him do this. I bet I can make her do that. And the Lord, I can just see him now doing this. Oh yeah, you think you can get Nina? Go ahead. Do everything to her but kill her. Her son had a nervous breakdown. Her daughter did beat cancer. Her son was shot. She lost her mama, her sister, her niece, her daddy. She done lost her house. She lost her husband. She lost her cars. Do everything to her but kill her. And I promise you, she gonna be on YouTube. On March the 31st. Is today the 31st? 2026, looking crazy with her glasses on her nose and bragging about my mercy and my grace. I promise you she will. He don't play. He know who loves him. He know who's going to stand on his word. And he used people like me and like you to show the weak people that get on my channel and say, Nina, you better be careful. Because God didn't have nothing to do with Jarvis. He didn't. That ain't his child. Who had him? Who birthed him? Lucifer. Who blew the breath in his lungs? Lucifer. Lucifer ain't got no power. Y'all give the devil too much power. I laugh at him. When I see Satan do stuff, I be like, boy, poor little tink tink. You just don't know what's about to happen. You took that from me. Oh, God, for to embarrass you. I'm always standing on his word. My videos kind of changing, y'all, because I'm trying my best to bring some positivity on YouTube because there's so much drama on YouTube, and that's not how I'm built. I'm not cut like that. I get tired of going on channels and somebody trying to tear somebody else's channel down. You reap what you sow. That is not my mission. I don't even watch Anton Daniels no more because I don't want to judge him. I had got caught up in the Anti-Daniel stuff, and I'm like, well, let him get his money. If he getting his money wicked, God go punish him. That ain't my job. Let him get his money. I wish I would go expose what he's doing to take his food from his supply from him and his family. That's not my job. Because what you put out there is going to come back like a boomerang. Even if you doing it to expose somebody, you can't be doing malicious stuff to hurt people. Now, if you do that to save somebody, I understand. But just being malicious, talking about Tasha K, and she about to lose this and that ain't funny to me. Because I know how I feel to lose everything. It's not funny to me. And when Tasha was doing it, I was one of the ones like, oh, Lord, she just don't understand what she's doing in her life. You reap what you sow, Wendy Williams. You can't talk about everybody's marriage and think it ain't going to happen in your marriage. What did Kevin do to Wendy? If y'all ain't learning stuff from stuff we see, Diddy did stuff how long? Now stuff coming back on Diddy. You don't get away with nothing under the sun. Do you understand me? And sometimes you might get away with it yourself, your person, but your kids will pay. Your kids will pay. And you're like, what, Lord, what I do wrong? You know what you did. How many, I said this yesterday, how many abortions you didn't have? Mm-hmm. You remember you and your friends robbed that old lady when you was 15 and you didn't get caught? It may be something that you did. Now you worried about your grandson in prison. You didn't get caught for what you did, but he paid for what you did. I mean, for real. I be wanting y'all to for real think. And I am not a preacher. I'm not a profound person. I just tell y'all my life stories, man. And that's what my channel was about. Real stuff. And telling y'all about the grace and mercy and the love of God, because I love him so much. And if y'all don't believe he's real, look at Nina. My strength comes from him. Without God, I don't even exist. I'm nothing. And it took for him to keep pushing me to make videos. If y'all been watching me from the beginning, y'all, I used to make 3, 4, 5 videos a day. Everything I said, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I was using profanity. I jumped out there and I just started swimming with everybody else, and my channel was boom, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, yeah. And I'm just acting like a fool. And then all of a sudden, the Lord humbled me. No, sit down. That ain't why you got on YouTube. You have lost your mind. He had to humble me. Then I started looking at my damn numbers like, what happened? Sometimes the devil bless you and get you excited. Go ahead and test Nina. She ain't gonna get on YouTube and do that. And I got on YouTube and did that. What? My dog, grandbaby outside. All right. Call her name. She in her room. Shantia, open the door for Dariah. She downstairs. I'm sorry, my grandbaby, 13-year-old. Just got home from school. But yes, I hope y'all learned something about God in this video. And if y'all notice videos like this don't get a lot of notice, can y'all please get my likes up? Because of these videos, when you talk about the Lord and you talk about his greatness and you talk about blessings, these kind of videos don't get no attention. So y'all can tell I'm not doing it for money, because they don't get paid a lot of money. They like the Anti-Daniels videos, the Tasha K's videos, you know, dogging out President Trump videos. I pray for him. I know y'all like, what? Y'all, if he lead me, I got to pray to God, do something. Soften his heart, Lord. Do something to his mind, because this man finna lead us into destruction. I pray him and let him wake up with a different perspective of life, Lord. Because he already said he ain't going to heaven. He said, I'm going to hell pretty much. He says nothing he can do to go to heaven. So he doing a bunch of devilish stuff because he feel like he ain't going to make it any dang on way. So now I pray, Lord, remove him. He's not going to do right by us. So now we need him gone. And I'm not saying by death. I'm just saying to get him off that seat. For real. Because enough is enough. And all his minions. Show them that you're God. And it's gonna happen. Watch what I tell y'all. I ain't worried about this war. I ain't worried about gas prices. I'm not worried about my rent or getting another place. I ain't worried about my credit. I ain't worried about no car. I'm just worried about this moment I'm spending with y'all, and I'm enjoying myself. I don't know about y'all, but I'm enjoying myself. But anyway, y'all, I digress. Let's talk about something different real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Make sure y'all watch 5 videos a day. Get my channel back up, because I'm trying to change my channel into something good for real. Don't y'all want to hear good stuff? For real. Well, anyway, I have been studying on how to do different things on my channel. Well, I'm trying to get some brand deals. You know, y'all be seeing the women with the wig try-ons and the lashes, and they be having their glasses. I'm trying to get some brand deals so I can get some money. So I understand a lot of brands offers, because they pay you to do try-ons or they give you free stuff. So it's something I gotta do. And y'all know I don't really have no clothes here, right? But this is what they wanted me to do today. This is crazy. They said, well, just show us something with some fashion you might have. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I have on a t-shirt and some black jeans. Some black jeans. And black writing, right? I like plain Jane. Look like I just been, you know, cleaning up in the house. I'm gonna show you that it don't take a lot to look totally different and decent. And you can change your look from this to that with just a few items. I'm very good with fashion. I just haven't been doing it lately because I haven't been feeling like it. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling like I'm in the dump, so I ain't been dressing. I ain't really been getting my hair done. But since I'm trying to get these brand deals, I'm going to show you how I can change this look. And it's not a lot because I don't have no clothes here, y'all. So I had to take what I had, and I'm going to show you just a simple, different look, and they're watching me. I have on some black jeans and a t-shirt. This is a black vest. I never wore it. I just took the tag off of it. I never wore this vest. I'm going to show y'all just to change your look. Say I'm going out, I would have a longer shirt on though if I really was going somewhere. Okay. Now I'm going from cleaning up in my house to show y'all how something else will look. From little simple things. Throw a necklace on. Hold on. And I'm doing this because of my brand deals, y'all. Y'all like, Nina, what are you doing? I'm telling you what I'm doing. I got my little pouch, my little purse. Yeah. Oh, I'm going out with my friends. Oh, okay. Let me see. Going out with my friends. Throw on my glasses. Pull this down. Got on my vest. Got on my jeans. My purse. My glasses, my necklace, and now I don't look like I'm cleaning the house. I don't know if that did something for y'all, but I had to put this whole look together for a brand deal. They said, I want you to take something simple and put something together and show me you can put something totally together and make it look like a whole different look. And I don't even have no jewelry here right now, y'all. So I didn't took this t-shirt, this vest, and I got some black shoes over there. You can wear some black boots with this. You know what I'm saying? I got on my sunglasses. I will have on better earrings. I normally have on jewelry and bracelets, but I'm told the brand deal what I went through, you know, several of them. And I said, all I have is a few items. They said, just take what you have and show us you can put something together. Now I can go outside. I got a whole outfit on. A few minutes ago, like I was cleaning the house. And y'all probably say, Nina, still like you clean the house. But be quiet. But this your girl, Nina, from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I love you all. Before I go, I'm going to read some of y'all comments today. Okay? I'm going to read some of y'all comments real quick. Black folks got fashion style. Hey, high five. Yeah, I just threw some, you know, just throw something together. Just like, put a little gel on your wig. You know what I'm saying? Sure, trying to look cute. You always look amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's me, Dallas. Hey, Dallas. You were You wear the clothes don't wear you. You right about that. How you say your name? Wait. Treat? Is it Katreed? I don't know. Say your name. I'm sorry. Hey TK. I know Miss Margie probably was on here or she'll be on here later. How y'all doing? Thank you for watching. If y'all have any clothing ideas, because I'm stepping up my channel, y'all. I wanted to make a whole nother channel, but they telling me don't do that right now, to just focus on this channel. I want to do sexy over 50. I want to show y'all how you can look sexy over 50. And look, did y'all see any bosoms? Y'all don't see no bosoms. You ain't got to be naked to be sexy. You don't have to be young to be sexy. And some of y'all already can dress y'all butts off. I see y'all on my Facebook page. Y'all, I got some older women on here, y'all, that wear high heels like Diddy Mama. I can't even wear them no more. So they classy as heck. I got some classy subscribers on here. You know, and I need y'all to start sending me some pictures so I can post them, and I'll post them on my channel because I want people to see sexy over 50. We still got it. And then you might see some old Quinta oils, be like, man, on their page, she got them sexy older women over there, and they retired, and they can cook, and you better tell Mr. Johnny he better learn how to act right. I'm going to be back tonight because I had a requested video about the men hygiene. Women contacted me and said, hold up, Nina. Yeah, you be talking about us all the time. Now, what about the pickaboos? Oh, I'm talking about the pickaboos tonight. Pickaboo. I'm talking about that. The jack in the hat. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about the butter ring around. I'm talking about them old raggedy feet. The musk, the raggedy teeth. I'm talking about all that. Y'all ain't exempt. Y'all always gotta say something about black, especially black women. Y'all lashes, y'all hair. Oh, we gonna talk about the George Jefferson, the sunroof. Yeah, y'all ain't got away with nothing. Nah, bro. And I didn't talk about y'all before. Y'all didn't like it, cause you know, men are crybabies. Soon as you talk about them, but what about such and such? So we didn't talk about us long enough. It's your day. Y'all gonna be famous tonight. And y'all know I talk about myself all the time. So what you gonna talk about? Cause my eyelashes is not doing the crip walk today. It's just not. My daughter fixed it, I think. I woke up, I couldn't even open my eye. I was like, Tia, my eye glued together. And she was like, oh, hold on, Mom. I mean, I wish my daughter would come on camera. She got the prettiest body. She know how to do makeup. This girl can take a wig from 1934 and make it like she paid $200 for it. She can put some stuff together. I'm like, how your wig look different? She can put some stuff together. She can put an outfit together. You be like, how you do that? But she ain't got no stomach. She got a butt. She got hips. She just put together. But she would not get on camera. I be begging her. She was like, no. So I love you all. Thank y'all for watching. I hope I enlighten you all about God don't make mistakes. He is good and bad. He the truth and the light. He's the creator of all things. Satan don't have no power. If you lose anything, that was God's will. Eat it. For real. Just be celebrating. Oh, I lost that. Ooh, I got something else coming. I wonder what it is. I begin so excited. Like, if he took that, what I got coming now? Ooh, I just got to stand. He's never late. He's always on time. I was encouraging a friend for the last year and a half. He wasn't a friend. I just know him. Last year and a half, he'd been homeless at the shelter. Every day, he'd been begging for help. I said, stop begging and just stand on God's word. You're not a beggar. He didn't put you here to beg for nothing. Go get you a job. You one paycheck from getting back right. Finally, this last week, after about a year and a half, He just got hired. He said, I know it was a long ride. Because you was like the children of Egypt. You was hard-headed. You did it your way. So it took you a year and a half instead of doing it God's way. Sometimes it takes us a little longer because we hard-headed. If you just open the word and just let him lead you and just get quiet and meditate and eat right and stay focused and keep saying, I trust you, Lord, I trust you. Listen to a little gospel music if you have to. And any negativity, cut the butts off. I don't care if it's a bloodline relative. Cut them off. That's why I can't listen to some of these bloggers. I cannot have negativity in my life, in my head, because I have enough drama going on around me. I cannot get on here and watch it. It ain't that I don't love them, I don't support them, and I don't want them to make no money, but I don't make my money like that. Because otherwise I'd be at the strip club. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Today is the 31st, right? Tomorrow the 1st. Tomorrow the 1st. And Thursday is the 3rd. Y'all know what that means. Oh, yeah, the senior citizen strip club, it'll be popping. I need to go on and get some more clothes and get ready to go on down to the senior citizen strip club. Because Mr. Johnny, you know, he don't remember nothing. He give up all his Social Security. I'm just playing, y'all. I love you all. Thanks for watching. 5 videos a day. Share. Get the channel up. Make sure you push like. And I have a question. And I want all of you to answer. Will you get mad at people like Jarvis Butts? Should you judge him? Or should you let God be God? What would Jesus do? Do you have the right to play God? Are you a saint? Are you without sin? I want y'all to make comments. Do you trust God to be God? That's pretty much my question. Do you trust him to be God? Or do you got to help him? I trust you, Lord. I trust you. I don't know about them. I trust you. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. I'll be back later. Bye, y'all.